Hello everyone. It is time for a book scope. So hello and welcome. And I am just going to quickly go through our stack of books from this week and let you know some of the things. Oh, let's see all of the mess in the house. Hi Christina, I just finished watching your scope. I didn't get to watch the whole thing. Girl, you need a talk show. We need like the Brave Scopes talk show hosted by Christina every week. This is weird for me. All the comments are coming in vertically, but my phone is actually horizontal. Let's see if I can get them to flip. There we go. Okay, that was weird. Everything was coming in. Hello, Cass. How are you? Yeah, Christina, man, you're like the Brave Schooler Oprah. All right. Hi, I am Mary Wilson. Watch Hotel Transylvania today. Is that what you're doing? It's nice on a Saturday to kind of chill and watch a movie or something. Hi, Mimi. Oh, everybody's coming in. All right. Well, I am Mary. I am a homeschooling mom of a 13-year-old girl, 11-year-old girl, 9-year-old boy, and 6-year-old boy. This is my website. Oh, yeah, I'll turn around and show you the hair. I don't think it's done really well today, but I'll show it to you. This is my website and also Facebook page. So, okay, I'm spinning around. I don't know if you can see the hair. But Cass was asking me if it was wedged. So hopefully that gave you the image. I just said on Facebook today, I love being a girl. How we can just go from homeschool books to hair, to clothes, back into raising teenagers with movies. I mean, just the topics. I love it. Okay. So, and I wanted to give a shout out. Okay. Since I'm doing a book scope, I wanted to share with you guys. I know that I do not have everybody. And that's what always scares me about putting a little shout out. But these are the ones I've watched recently. And I have had a change for the better in my homeschool recently. I feel like sitting with my kids and reading, we were always reading a chapter book and maybe some books here and there. But I feel like it's come back and been given like a shock. And we have just really committed to so much more reading out loud every day. And a lot of it is due to these scopers who also are doing book scopes. Now this isn't it. I still have Alex on the next page. But if you're not following them, Darcy at Darcy So Grace, she actually, it's about to expire on Periscope, but I watched this morning. Amy at Amy 328, or is that 36? I'm seeing it backwards. 3681. She does a fabulous job. Lila has one on Periscope right now. It was actually the book she is reading as a mom. I actually finished Pillars of the Earth. Fantastic read. I know she talked about that one. But she also often on Mondays does her kids' books. Christina's in here. If you're not following her, check her out. But Christina at Thankfully Home, I had to laugh watching her scope from yesterday on Enchantment. Somebody said something in there in the comments about how every scope turns into a book scope. This is true with homeschooling moms. Alicia at Alicia Hutch 4104. She also shares her book titles and it's fantastic. And then my last one, I couldn't fit in here, is Alex at Life on Island, has also been sharing her library bin. So all fantastic resources to get some book titles. And I know a lot of you do what I do is while you're watching these, you have the website open for your library and you just start requesting. And that's what I do. And so a lot of these books you guys will actually recognize. I'm going to start with just our geography books. And these are all on the web. We have been doing South America. So I've been making sure to get ones that are really, seriously, Christina, oh my gosh. My husband's going nuts because I send him every day after work to pick up more books. This one is really for I have a 6-year-old, so I make sure that I'm getting easy ones for him, but we all really enjoyed this because, I mean, who doesn't enjoy reading about an animal that we don't really experience here in the US. So this was just a little one, South American tapirs. I hope I'm saying that right. And they're going in my return bin as I do these on Saturday. This was a folk tale. It was okay. Mariana and the Merchild. It's a folk tale from Chile, and I think it's important to expose the kids to literature from around the globe. Not sure this is one I would purchase, but it was fun to read a folk tale from another country. I love this series now. I'm going to get a bunch of these. The Countries in Colors. These are perfect for my 6 and 9-year-old, and quite frankly, my 11-year-old really enjoyed them too. Each page, it's focusing on color, but it's like one fact about the country. So it's white, it's talking about beef. I did a little scope on the fortune tellers my kids made, and my 6 and 9-year-old, this is the book. Oh, I hate snakes. This is the book that they went to get their facts. So it's just a quick overview of the country. It's by no means in detail. My library doesn't have a ton of them, to be quite honest, but it has a few. It's kind of a bummer. If you were doing something worth it, to me, this series would be worth purchasing 1 or 2 if I was doing something specific, not just to read necessarily for fun. But this one I really liked for the younger kids. And then, of course, there's the rookie readabouts. We did the little rookie readabout Geography, South America. Another easy series for my 6-year-old. This one, Endangered Animals of South America. This is a World Atlas book. They had updated versions on Amazon. This is not the type of book we read cover to cover. Each page has an animal. Oh, thank you. Around the World in 80 Tales. I will look that up. And then it tells you about the animal. This is the part we didn't read all of this. But we went through every picture and just talked about the animals that were endangered, and certain ones that we were more interested in. We looked at some of the causes and what was being done. But one of my kids then picked it up and read a few. Hi, Jenny. I see you hopping in. And this is another one that was just legend from Argentina. The Magic Bean Tree. Maybe I'm just not a big folktale person. I mean, it was fun, but you know, I guess that's all I have to say about it. Again, it's important to read tales from around the world, and it helps the kids connect with the geography that we're studying. So now I'll show you some of the history ones we added. We are doing Story of the World 3, and we are in the late 1700s into the 1800s. I'm also doing Homeschool in the Woods Colonial Life. So I've been picking up a lot. These rookie biographies are great, just to give you some basic facts. Again, my 6-year-old can stand listening to this and then begins to get to know the names. So this is a good one. Oh, this was great. This is a series. These graphic nonfictions. This is a graphic novel. The Life of an American Patriot, George Washington. There's a whole bunch on the back. In fact, before I return this, I'm going to request more of these. My son absorbed this. So it's all done comic book style. But he is constantly reciting facts to me now about George Washington because he read this book. So this one is fantastic. I highly recommend this graphic nonfiction series. And on the back, it shows it has Abraham Lincoln, Richard the Lionheart, Sitting Bull, Christopher Columbus, Cleopatra, so Julius Caesar. This is a great one. Yeah. And this one was actually a nice little read while the kids were playing in the kinetic sand. This is Yankee Doodle America. It was A to Z. I don't think that's in the title. Yankee Doodle America. And it's one of those books that goes to the alphabet and just gives you a word for each letter. So A is for axe, and it talks about the Stamp Act and how that influenced the American Revolution. B is for Boston Massacre. So it's just one that's not a chronological, but it had nice enough illustrations, and it introduced us to all sorts of facts about the Revolution. So I always want to make sure the pictures are showing. So this one was enjoyable if it's at your library and you're in that time period. All right, now just on to picture books. We had a bit of a snow theme this week. So we read, thanks to Amy, who I showed all the scopers at the beginning, we got back into Jan Brent and read Gingerbread Baby. I think lots of people like Gingerbread Baby. Jan Brent in general has wonderful illustrations. The Mitten is another great winter one. So this one was lots of fun. Ooh, I liked this one too. This one is called Ice Bear. I don't know if I got it from one of you. I don't know. Actually, this week I went to the library and I was doing one of those like grabbing the random ones that the librarians put up on the top. In the Steps of the Polar Bear. I really enjoyed this one because it was just enough nonfiction in the story. I think it's mainly nonfiction. So while you read a little bit about the polar bear, yeah, this one I could see being worth owning. Then this is facts about the polar bear written tiny in here, like tiny ice crystals rub the dirt from the polar bear's fur. Polar bears are careful to keep clean so they can stay camouflaged against the snow and ice. So as the story kind of goes along with the polar bear, the nonfiction information, it also gives you little tidbits, there they are, about the polar bear. I could totally see owning this book. We're fortunate. There's the title. Ice Bear, sorry, there's reflecting. In the Steps of the Polar Bear. And it is by Nicola Davies. So if your library has this one, this was fun. And our zoo here in North Carolina, in Asheboro, I think is where it is, just got a new polar bear. I'm hearing field schooling, Christina. That's what I'm hearing. Christina has a Facebook page, Field Schooling. So I'm thinking that's what we're going to be doing. We really liked this one too. Very simple. It's called Outside by Deirdre Gill. Not a lot of words. Very fun illustrations about a little boy who's bored and goes outside to play in the snow and begins to build. So not a lot of words on this one, but all my kids enjoyed the illustrations. So it was just another kind of fun picture book read, Outside. This one was too. Again, not a lot of words. Oh, you used to live in North Carolina. I am in Raleigh, though I love the Asheville area, and I visit Charlotte too. It's a great state. Red Sled. This one has, this is a great book if you want to do onomatopoeia with your kids. We love onomatopoeia here. I love to talk about literary devices and poetry. And is that Chandy? Is Chandy from Raleigh, Chandy? And all through this book is onomatopoeia. That's pretty much the only words are onomatopoeia. So you can do that. Scrunch, 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 scrunch. Oh, Carrie's not far from me at all. So this is a fun one. But again, like these are the only words on the page. So the entire story comes across in onomatopoeia, in sounds. So if that's something you want to hit on in your homeschool, this would be a fun way to do that. Classic, Katie and the Big Snow. We love Virginia Lee Burton. And Mike Mulligan and the Steam Shovel is the other one. But Katie and the Big Snow is a fun one for winter time. And I think that was it for winter theme. And then we have gotten back, maybe one of you suggested it. Oh, you read it this week too. Macduff. We've gotten back into Macduff. And I have to say, hi, Emma. My 6-year-old loves it. I mean, he comes over and he's like, can we read Macduff? Can we read Macduff? A lot of these are geared to the 6-year-old. The poor guy's gotten very neglected in a world of 13, 11-year-old chapter books. So you all have just inspired me to rejuvenate his learning, and the other kids are just as enchanted with the picture books. Thank you, Karen. Wow, I feel so, it's funny, I keep thinking, oh, I should grow my hair long again. But it is easy. I like short for the ease. I wish I was brave enough to go as short as Christina's. So more Macduff, lots more Macduff. If you type him into your library, there are a ton of these. And that was just a lot of fun to revisit someone from the past. And then I did 2 book clubs this week. They're probably on my Catch page, and they're on my blog. And so we finished with Love That Dog. This is a fantastic one, and if you need some inspiration to celebrate the learning at the end of this, you can check out that. But we finished this one, so back to the library bin it goes. And Jennifer, Westy. I missed whatever you said above that. And of course, a classic. I think I'm going to make my boys read this one when they do a book club. Maybe we'll even do a tea party. Because I think my 9-year-old son, David, would find this book hysterical. I mean, Anne is just delightful. So we did this one too. We had our book club last night. So that is all the children's books. And I will tell you, my tripod's actually on my book that I want to read. So I have to duck down. But I got myself this one to read right now. So I'm going to start that this weekend. I Am Malala. And I have a friend who's invited me over to hear a woman who went to Pakistan. And, oh, you had a Westie. Okay. So I have to get this done in a week. So I got to start reading. So that was everything here today. Yeah, that's everything. And thank you to all of you who have been doing book scopes. Thank you for just sharing that with me and just breathing some fresh air back into the backbone of our homeschool and just recentering me back on the importance and the fun and the beauty of reading to the kids because I love it. Oh, I loved Inside Out and Back Again. That was one of the Arrow books last year, I think. Last year or the year before. Fantastic book. Books done through poetry, amazing. So that was a really great book. So that was all, just a quick book scope. I'm going to go relax. And yeah, you can get a Arrow guide on that one, Karen. It was a fantastic read. It was a fun Arrow book to do. So that is everything. Thanks for popping in today, guys. And if you do some library scopes, that will be a lot of fun. Just even if you just have 2 or 3 titles that your kids have really enjoyed. I love seeing these library scopes and they're not as intimidating. Some of the other scopes feel intimidating, but being here with, oh, I'm so glad, Raising Da Vinci. Being here with a stack of books, having something to hold up doesn't feel as intimidating. So if you're thinking of trying scoping, try it with the books because you don't have to remember what you're trying to say. You're just holding the books. And believe it or not, I know I get totally freaked out doing some of the other scopes. In fact, if you watch the Anna Green Gables one I did last night, when I'm zoomed in on the quote, the phone keeps shaking. It's because my hands were literally shaking. I had to take some deep breaths. But these book scopes are easy and fun, and definitely do one Raising Da Vinci. I can't wait to see it. All right. Thanks, guys, and have a fantastic Saturday, and I will see your scope soon. Bye-bye.